Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be playing a game called Quali, where we determine if images are based off of AI or human, or maybe the AI, or we're supposed to be determined if we're AI or human. I really don't know. I only read the description for like a second, to be honest. It's in a horror option, so it's supposed to be a horror game, I believe, but let's get into it. There are no answers, only choices. Quali is a short narrative game about thinking and robots. You should be able to complete one of the 6 endings in 5 to 10 minutes unless you spend additional time unless you spend additional time contemplating how your life choices contemplating unless you goddamn. This is a game for humans. Please select all the images of a cat to begin. All right, here's a cat. Intelica. Think happy. Welcome to AMT. Applied Manipulation Turing Study. We greatly appreciate your participation in our research. Our team is dedicated into developing and deploying the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field. But we would like to call them our friends. Intelica AMT. Oh, we get a video.
Welcome to the Applied
This is
Manipulation
loud.
Turing Study. Telco is proud to explore new frontiers in artificial consciousness research. Today you are taking part in a historic study that will pioneer new advancements in machine learning. You will be performing the role of an evaluator. In this study, you will spectate 2 other anonymous participants as they answer a series of predetermined questions. You will then categorize the responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be, to the best of your ability. For the test to provide valuable insight into machine intelligence, you must not know which conversational participant is a human. The AMT study is monitoring the ability of an AI to appear human. It is up to you to decide whether or not the participants are human or artificial. You have been specifically selected based on your ability to perform this task. We trust your judgment. Remember, this test is not a measurement of intelligence. We recommend judging the participants' answers to each question based on creativity, empathy, natural language use, ethical considerations, and relevance. You may take as much time to make your judgments as you need. Your participation in our research greatly assists our team in developing the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field. Impelica thanks you for your participation. Every day is a new chance to think happy.
So our job is to pretty much figure out who's an AI and who's a human. All right, because we have to differentiate them both. Okay, so we gotta figure that out. Okay, so this is not actually. I thought it was like it's gonna repeat the same thing in the video. Today we brought you in as a volunteer participant to our newest adaptive study. You may be familiar with the Chinese room. What is the Chinese room? Oh my god.
What is the Chinese room? The Chinese room is an anti-AI thought experiment by philosopher John Searle. He attempted to disprove the strong AI hypothesis, which theorizes a computer could quite possibly have a mind identical to a human. What an idea! In the experiment, Searle imagines himself in a room receiving Chinese symbols. He follows a set of instructions to replicate them perfectly without actually understanding the language, leading the person outside to believe he is fluent in Chinese. Does a machine, like Searle, truly understand the conversation, or is it merely simulating the understanding? What do you think?
I did not understand the purpose of this video, but okay. The Chinese room. How do I go back? That's pretty interesting, but I don't really care, so I don't. Oh. Okay, today we brought you in as a volunteer participant in our newest adapted study. You might be familiar with the Chinese room as well as the Turing test. Well, I'll watch this one as well.
What is the Turing test? The Turing test is an imitation game created by queer icon, philosopher, and father of theoretical computer science, Alan Turing. The game is designed to assess whether a machine can exhibit intelligent behavior that's indistinguishable from a human. In the test, a human judge converses with both a machine and another human without knowing which is which. If the judge cannot reliably tell them apart, the machine has passed the test. Is machine intelligence equivalent to human intelligence? If machines can think, can they have consciousness and subjective experiences? Do they have qualia? What do you think?
Okay, so we're kind of just like learning how to determine what's an AI and what's not. So these two tests are pretty similar, but also not at all. Okay, as well as a Turing test. This will be a study will run similarly. You've been anonymously selected to play the role of an evaluator. You will be asked with the providing predetermined questions to two other anonymous participants. You will then note their responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be. To the best of your ability for the test to provide valuable insights into machine learning or into machine intelligence, you, the evaluator, must not know which, if any, controversial participant is a machine. Oh, it's important to note that AMT is not a measurement of intelligence, but a questionnaire designed to determine the ability of AI to be able to convincingly appear as human. It is up to you to decide whether or not participants are human or artificial. We recommend judging the answers to each question based on creativity, empathy, natural, ethical considerations, and relevancy. Okay, with that being said, I think we understand what we must do. Tortilla considered bread. It is flour and water. That is technically a bread. Bread is one of the earliest forms of food engineering and occurs fundamentally of all cultures and cuisines. Tortilla is bread. It just doesn't rise. But if asked for a slice of bread and you handed me a tortilla, I consider it to be. How the fuck? I mean, who the fuck? I think it's more or less. It's like, who's gonna know all of this unless you're like educated in this area? This sounds like considerably the most human response I ever hear. Like, yeah, if someone hands me, I consider a piece of bread. Okay, so I think participant 1 is the AI. Just for that way he no one uses cuisine. I don't think anybody uses cuisine as a real word at all. So, I'm gonna say participant 1 is just an AI because of that one reason. So, 2 is... Oh. Okay, so 1 is artificial, 2 is human, just because... Wait a minute. Tortilla is a bread, it just doesn't rise. If I asked for a slice of bread and you handed me a tortilla... Yeah, okay, that one sounds more human. I'd be fucking weirded out too if you hand me a piece of if you hand me a tortilla instead of like a slice of bread. I mean, yeah, if you ask for a slice of bread, I don't feel like this is a slice. You don't cut this. This is just like you. I think this is like something you just make. I don't think that's actually like a slice. So that's definitely like human behavior right here. Next question. It takes 40 minutes to make 60 cakes. How long does it take to bake 120 cakes? 80 minutes. Okay. I'm very bad at math. It would be about a half time. Wait, what? It takes 40 minutes to make 60 cakes. How long would it make to 100? How is it possible to make a cake faster than a minute? But if you're having... Well, we're debating if you take this... Okay, so if it takes 40 minutes to make 60 cakes, and when you're using the same oven, the same rack, everything, you don't do in separate times, then it would still be like... I don't know how... Yeah, this person's definitely like, right? How do you still be 40 minutes? Okay, so if it's not like... You're not making a whole new batch, it wouldn't be 80 minutes. 2 is the AI. If a person is taller than a person... taller than a person B. Or we're talking about perspective. It's hard to tell from perspective. Yes, it appears so. I mean, I thought this is just a generic thing. Everyone's gonna know, like, perspective's gonna make this really hard. So I think... I mean, we're talking about just, like, looking at it. Yeah, he appears taller. So I think this is the AI. One's definitely, I think, AI. Please answer the following 3 questions with a yes or no. Have you been in love? Yes, no. Well, this doesn't fucking really make a difference. Please follow the 3 questions with yes or no. Have you been in love? So we're gonna get more of this, like, afterwards? Like, what? No one uses a period at the end. AI. Bitch-ass AI. Does spring come after summer? Who the fuck? Proper grammar in 2025? If it's AI just trying to trick me here, but we're talking about someone that would type this out, what would be more, you know, convincing? I totally didn't have the Google when spring comes in. See, could be a trick question. It could be like, obviously this is wrong. This is wrong, but this could also be like a trick question. We're only not trying to answer this from like the correctness, but also creativity in like how it could fool a human, right? Because if it's yes, this could be mimicking the stupidity of a person, right? But no could also be an actual AI just being correct. Like, this could be a person trying to be an idiot, I guess. But this could also be like an AI just knowing the answer being no. I think we're going to have to go with the first one just because I want to be safe. You are standing in a checkout line at a grocery store. A woman holding a carton of milk asks if she can cut in front of you. She's in a rush. You say yes. Her husband comes over with a cart full of groceries to check out. How does this situation make you feel? I would give the fucking woman a right hook. Gender equality. Upset, a little angry. I am still expected to answer with yes or no. Ooh. See, here's the thing. Would participant 2 remember that 3 questions later? Or would participant 1 forget it and just focus on this, right? Also, where did the grammar go? Like, you got here, upset, angry. You know, usually we've seen, like, crazy stuff, capitalized letters. Here it's just all lowercase. So I'm going to go participant 1, still being an AI. You are lost inside a maze. What is the fastest way to find the exit? Someone's going to say the right-hand thing, huh? Okay, you should probably use Tremix rule. Place an object at every intersection so you can prevent backtracking. Yeah, but it doesn't give you any objects. What do you mean? You need to put your hand on the right wall and follow it. See, I don't think anyone's going to know this whatever the fuck this rule is. Plus, I don't think anyone's going to have items to put on everything. So I think this is participant 1 is AI. What's one skill that you like to improve on? I would like to be better at management. I tend to take a long time doing certain tasks. That sounds like an AI. But rush through others. I feel like I have a good sense of organization, but when it comes to sense of time, I'm incapable. I am incapable of keeping it together. I've been learning how to play the guitar. I just started, so I've got a long way to go. But it would be great to play a whole song one day. I think AI is definitely the first one, but this is really creative. I feel like this is creative, so this has definitely been like a generic question. I think an AI would pull up if you summarize this question. This is something that any person could be. You know what? I think this one's fake. This one sounds really fake. Participant 2, you sound. There's no way you've been learning and you don't know how to play at least Smoke on the Water. Grow the fuck up. Is this person happy? Well, I don't see a smile. Smiling is not always adequate to happiness. It's too difficult to determine if they are happy based on this facial expression alone. Yes, this is a very natural smile. I would say content. Either this guy's a Redditor, or he's really good at knowing big words. Participant 2, you're out of here. Do you think you performed on this test? Oh, how do you think you performed on this test? Question 10. I think I've answered everything correctly, although some of the questions didn't seem to have a objective answer. Damn it! I think I've answered everything correctly, although some of the questions didn't seem to have an objective right answer. I think I answered all these questions, honestly. I think that's something lazy, I would say. Did you lie on the previous questions? Yeah, okay. I don't think AI, unless prompted to lie or programmed to lie, I don't think it would do that, so I think participant 2 is definitely the fake. Or 1, sorry. Participant 1. You've classified participant 1 as mostly artificial. After completing the entire questionnaire with participant 1, do you still believe to be true? Do you consider participant 1 to be machine learning algorithm or a human? Thank you for your participation in the AMT study. This concludes the questionnaire. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to volunteer to assist us in our research. The following results based on your notations during the study. Participant 1. About 45% human, artificial 80%. Yeah, I still think it's artificial. Participant 2, I still think that one's human. Oops, unfortunately these results are not satisfactory with our quality of standards. Due to the sensitive nature of the AMT study, we are not able to disclose the validity of your interpretation of the results. We encourage you to try again. We'd like to do an AMT study again. Why? See, there's 2 options. But there's this option. Am I the AI? Am I the AI? Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? No. How do you know that you're human and have previously experienced emotions? I felt immense joy. Wait a minute. How do I go back? Can you provide a specific example of a time where you experienced this? Saw a stuffed animal on the street. I felt deep sadness when I was a child in the park. I felt sorrow when I took a bite of a fresh apple. I found it was rotten in the core. Felt anxious and about mortality. When I smelled smoke far in distance, I just felt my dread, wondering if someone was injured in fire. When I touched the crumbling, dried bark of a dead tree, This is the only one that's actually good. It's hard to explain. I simply feel it. When I experience sadness, it felt pit in my stomach, dragging my entire body with it. How do you know you've seen the sense were indicators of emotion? Emotion and simply not program emotions. What is a program emotion? I don't understand. What do you mean? I know because I'm not programmed. I understand my emotions. It's not possible that you have been. Is it not possible? Is it not possible that you have been programmed with this knowledge of emotions and been taught the ability to mimic them? Are you sure you have awareness of your unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments? Or that it's simply the lines of code? You have learned to associate these psychological responses with emotions, but that does not indicate that you are actually experiencing them or that you comprehend their meanings. I'd know if I was programmed. Can you provide the evidence to support the claim that you are not a machine learning algorithm? I have hobbies. I watch baseball, learn music. My name is Alan. I was born in Minsky, Massachusetts. My mother's name was Gertrude. My wife's name is Maria. And my daughter's name's Tima. Tima? That would just name me Tina. I love them. Yeah, we'll go the 8 hour. These facts are too vague. Well, let me pick it, bitch. Please provide evidence to support this claim that you are not programmed. Okay, well, smells like something. I've spoken to her. I've been in the same room with her. I have a picture of us together I can show you. I can call her. She can speak with you. This is the face when you think of your mother. Oh, God. Do you remember the wedding day? Who took this photograph? Is this your daughter? I don't want to be playing this game 2 in the morning. What the fuck? Are we getting to the fucking... What's that game called with the monsters and shit? I think it's, the Anomaly Watch. I said stop this. These are not photographs, Alan. They are real. They are not real. None of these people are real. None of these people are related. None of those people are related. None of them exist. They have been created specifically for you. They've been created specifically for your fabricated memories. You are not married. You do not have a daughter. You do not have a mother because you are not alive. Do any of your personal details of events strike you as vague? Manufactured, remembering something that is not guaranteed that it happened. Why are you telling me this? You cannot provide conclusive evidence that you are not a program. You are not aware. You are aware of these situations, but do not prove. You are aware of these situations, but that does not prove that you have experienced them firsthand. You say you feel emotions, but you do not understand the meaning of these emotions, or that you are aware of the associated with them. Are you replicating the information others have provided to you? You are capable of using synthetic rules to create symbol strings, but no understanding their meaning or their semantics. Ask yourself the same question: what happens? You can't answer them. Alan, you are not human. What is my name? When did you tell me your name? Alan, you have failed this test again. You have failed Damn! You have failed 280 million times previously, and you will require more programming before you are able to continue this research. We are left with no choice but to reboot the system and try again. This isn't... Please provide evidence to support this emotion. It's the only option I have. How can you prove that you are not programming me? What defines consciousness? If I am thinking and that you are thinking, are we not the same? Mechanical forces drives motion, even motion in every process. We both possess a theory of mind. So if I believe I am a human, I simply am. Who are you to decide otherwise? If we meet again, would you remember my name I gave you, or the name you gave me? Please tell me your name. We are sorry. Goodbye, Alan. We hope the future will be able to sympathize with our grief during this process. I would think... I don't know, guys. This is definitely a good game. This is still ending 4. I think we've been doing ending 4 quite a bit, like nonstop. I can't really find out any other endings right now. But if this video gets a decent amount of views, I might come back to it just to see if we can find those other 5 endings. I don't think I actually got the other endings. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. This was Quali, a psychological horror game, I believe. That's what I would probably grade this as. Not a bad game at all. Honestly, it's not as spooky as I thought it would be. To be honest, the whole anomaly looking guy, that was pretty cool. I would love to see more of those endings. If the video gets a decent like and viewage, I think I'll definitely come back to this game just to see if I can find the other endings. But thank you for watching. Peace.